back everybody. This is the next series of Mage Night board game. For this series we're going to play solo again, but we're going to play a different scenario. So we're moving away from the walkthrough. In the rulebook we have a scenario list here, page 15. This was first reconnaissance, this was the walkthrough scenario. So if you're not familiar with the rules, go check out this video series I did, because that's vital really. This is what we're going to attempt now. This is page 17 of the rulebook, the solo Conquest. The setup is pretty much the same as the walkthrough. I'll go through the differences now. The first difference is our advanced actions deck. In the walkthrough scenario, we removed cards 17 to 28. For the full solo Conquest, once we're now a little bit more experienced, we include those cards. The second difference is the unit decks here. In the walkthrough scenario, we just use regular units, these silverback cards. In the full solo Conquest and in the full game, we now introduce these elite units. These elite units will come into play once we reveal the first core tile, so we'll see that as we walk through the game. Because we're playing solo, we still remove the interactive spells. Artifacts remain unchanged and all the enemies remain unchanged. The only difference now then with this scenario is the way we set up our tile deck. We're still going to use start tile A, but this time we've only got 7 countryside tiles. So I've drawn tiles 1 to 7 and I've randomised them here. And I've placed these on top of 4 core tiles. 2 of these tiles will be city tiles and 2 of these tiles will be non-city tiles. And again, I've randomised these. So in this solo scenario there's going to be 2 city tiles. So now that we're all set up ready to play, the next thing we need to do is to initiate our unit offer, our advanced actions offer and our spell offer. So we have 3 cards for the unit offer, 3 actions for the advanced actions offer, and 3 spells for the spell offer. Let's have a quick look at our unit offer. We have Red Cape Monks, Utem Guardsmen and Utem Swordsmen. And let's have a quick look at our spell offer. We have Fireball, Firestorm, we have Snowstorm Blizzard and Call to Arms, Call to Glory. And in our advanced actions offer we have Pure Magic, Learning and Blood Ritual. The next thing to do is get these 3 mana dice in the source. We have black, red and blue. Now black is because we start in daytime, this is depleted, so we're not going to be able to use this. Next we need to set up the tiles for the start of the game. So for the start of the game we use the start tile A, and then we draw 2 tiles into our starting locations for the wedge shape. So we draw the first tile from our countryside deck, and this goes here, and then we draw our second tile, and this goes here. So we've revealed a monastery, so we need to put an advanced actions card and put that in the unit offer. So our advanced action for the monastery is Refreshing Walk, and we need to place this in the unit offer so we can learn this at the monastery. And then we need to draw 2 orcs and place them here. The first of our orcs, and it's a digger. And that goes here. And the second orc that's a prowler. And this one here. Now for the mage knight I've chosen for this game is Arathea. Here she is. At the start of the game, Arathea goes on the portal. And the first thing I need to do for Arathea is draw our 5 starting cards. And for our dummy player, I've chosen Gold X. Now these spots down here tell us we need 2 green and a blue crystal, which need to go in Gold X inventory to start the game. And once again, I've removed the interactive skills for both the dummy player and my Mage Knights. I've got all the information I need now to begin the game, choose my starting tactics for day 1. I must say also that in this game there's 3 days and 3 nights. The walkthrough was 2 days, 2 nights. But let's choose our tactics and let's crack on with turn 1. So let's grab the 6-day tactics. I like this card, I like this tactic, it served me well last time, so I'm going to take this one to start me off, to give me as many options as I can to move away from the start tile as quickly as possible and start levelling up. So I'm going to take Great Start. So I get to draw 2 more cards for my tactic. Great Start, Promise and Stamina. Then we need to randomise these. I remember, like in the walkthrough, because we're playing solo, every time you use a tactic, it's gone from the game for good. At random, the dummy player will choose Rethink. Dummy player chose Rethink, which is 2, Great Start 5, so dummy player having the lowest number tactic gets to go first. So we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and that's a red. There's no red crystals here, so no more additional cards are drawn. Okay, let's figure out what we can do here. Now remember, our objective is to defeat these cities, conquer these cities. And our starting layout is different from the walkthrough. There's no villages here, for example. But rather than explore quickly, I need to power up. I need to get strong enough to defeat these cities. So I should be thinking about, exploring monster dens, going to monasteries, recruiting units, killing guys, earning fame, building up a stock of crystals. So these are all the things I want to do. But I also need some kind of strategy. I mean, one strategy is to do all this as I explore, or try and find the cities first so I know where they are, and then level up. So, I don't know, maybe I'll see how this plays out and we'll see what comes up. First thing I'm going to do is generate some movement. Let's get across here. Well, I'm going to play this stamina card. I'm going to charge it with blue mana from the source. It's going to be move 4. And then I think I'll play another move, that's 6 movement. And with that 6 movement, I'm going to travel 2 here and then 3 here, that's 5 movement. And then I'm going to engage these rampaging orcs, these diggers here. So the first phase of combat is ranged attack. I do have ranged. I've got ranged attack 3 here, but these orcs are fortified, so I need siege. So we'll do nothing in ranged attack. Now we have to block. If we look at these orcs, they have 3 attack strength, so I need 3 block. So to generate this 3 block, I'm going to play... I've already used mana from the source, so I can't use the more powerful effect. I'm going to use Rage for block 2, and then I'm going to play a card sideways for block 3. So that blocks the attack. Now I get to attack him. So this fortified only works during the ranged and siege attack phase. So I just need to generate 3 attack now to defeat these orcs. We'll use Battle Versatility, which gives me attack 2. And then we'll play Promise sideways, that gives me attack 3, which is enough to kill the orcs. So these orcs get discarded and they give me 2 fame. Not enough to level up. Here's the thing, in this scenario, unlike the walkthrough, you don't get fame for exploring, so It's going to be a little bit tougher to get fame now. So 2 fame for killing the orcs, but rampaging enemies still give you 1 reputation, so my reputation goes up by 1. Right, I think that's all we can do now on our turn, so end of turn, first thing we do is roll our mana dice. That's a gold. Put that back in the source. We clear up our player area. As it goes, we used all of our cards that turn. Remember, the dummy player is still acting like a clock for us, so we do need to keep an eye, make sure we're not going too slowly, too quickly. And finally, because we ended our turn on a blue crystal mine, we take 1 blue crystal and put this in our inventory. Now we're ready to draw 5 more cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. And pass the turn to the dummy player. We've gone through this pretty quickly. That was 7 cards. This is 5, that's 12. That only leaves 4 more cards. Oh dear. We are getting through this day very quickly.